There's people who own music. It's not one of those things that you demo a beat with, where like artists can show up, make their demos in the live, and they have a panel so like I can't even watch it. So like the people who are trying to do it, here they are. So they randomly take the demo.
Oh, Semantic Web. We just had a meeting downtown with the whole Semantic Web community.
Which is
Juan Cicada, yeah. Did you see our video? It's on Texas Co-working.
Oh, really? We've been at TED all day.
Oh, yeah, you have? How'd you like it?
It was an awesome experience.
What did you like the best?
There were a lot of great talks.
Pointed to me, and I'm like, me.
Which talks did you like?
Stephen Tomlinson did a great job as usual.
What did he talk about?
He talked about something that's near and dear to my heart, which is having a bunch of different interests and kind of trying to meld them all together. So he's obviously, right, he's a playwright, he's a professor of economics, he does all sorts of things, and sort of trying to take personal time for yourself and put it all together and doing something that you love.
What else did you like? What other talks?
Who's the gentleman at the end?
Oh, Mark McKinnon.
Yes,
yeah.
He did a great job.
Yeah, it's far out if you're a political consultant and your clients include Ann Richards and George W.
Right,
Bush.
John McCain.
And John McCain, yeah. Well, that covers the spectrum pretty much,
definitely. He's been there.
What do you think of those jars he had?
I personally thought it was a little depressing, counting down to your death. But I heard a lot of people said it was inspiring, so I don't know. I just thought it was really sweet.
You know what she's talking about the jars? He had a jar, a big glass jar with like 8,000, what were they?
Beads. Little beads.
Beads. And he had another jar. And every day, for the rest of his life, he's going to take a bead out of the jar and put it in the other jar.
He calculated based on his genetics.
Yeah.
Like when he thinks he's going to die.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I said.
That's sad. I think it's impressive.
But the lesson is like you start to value every day.
Every day.
Since y'all are pretty young, you would need a pretty big jar,
right?
Like this.
Was he all that old? Yeah, how old was he?
He's got to be in his.
He's got to be in his 60s.
Really?
50s, 60s, yeah. You know, GWB must be in his early 60s, you know, mid 60s.
It was neat though, because he gave everyone in the audience a little bead and said, you know, take this, think of each day.
That's really cool.
It was powerful. It's a good way to end the conference.
And what about Garriott, Richard Garriott?
He is just a hoot. You can tell he's like full of life. And he's crazy.
He got to go to space for $25 million.
Yep.
He paid $25 million.
He paid $25 million to go to space.
A lot of that was sponsorships.
Okay.
But then he did an experiment to pay for it. He did some kind of biological experiment.
Well, he said he didn't quite.
He didn't quite cover his costs, right?
That's okay.
Yeah. Wow.
I wanted Mark Ralston to talk more. The guy that wouldn't look up.
He seemed really nervous.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just how he talks.
Really?
Because I talked to him after the talk and he wouldn't look at me. He sort of looked like that, but he seemed really, I don't know, he had a good topic I wanted to hear about.
Right.
But
Well, I think everyone had a great topic. It just, you know, some speakers were more dynamic than others.
Now, were you there or did you watch it streaming? You were there.
I was there, yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, you might get rejected from this party.
I know.
they tried to kick me out when I walked in.
It's a TED reject party, you know.
I guess still here anyway.
But they let you slide by, didn't they? They gave you an exemption, right?
They did.
I imagine I will come up with a little bit more of a focus at some point right now.
Yeah.
Wrote about Google getting sued.
Cool startup company. But I don't know, I just can't. Yeah, that one looks good.
y'all work here? Do y'all work at
He
Conjuncture?
was asking how you all know about Conjuncture.
Is Conjuncture only here, or is it different places around Austin?
It's just here.
Yeah,
They're
what a
looking
cool-
at a second location, but right now it's just here.
Yeah, what a cool job. We came over here for once for y'all had. Whoa, whoa.
Sorry.
It's getting late. Y'all had one event here that was awesome. It was like,
This is
seemed,
their anniversary party. Did you see that?
it seemed like it was a year ago that the party was here. So it may have been like early stages when you were just getting
That
started.
could be. Well, I'm from Iowa. I've only been here like 5 months.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Austin's a fun place.
Thank you.
Who are your friends?
This is Lynn and Katie.
Hello.
What's your name?
Chet?
Chet.
Yes.
I'm
Nice
Paul.
to meet you. What is it?
I'm Paul.
Katie, nice to meet you. Are you also at Conjunction?
No, Shelly's my roommate.
Oh, nice. You're bringing them all into the Conjunction. How did you find out about Conjunction?
We had one in Des Moines that wasn't awesome by any means, and so I just Googled it to see if there was something here. And
So are you a member here?
I am. Yeah.
You are, yeah.
It's a great idea. I mean, I was so impressed when I heard about so many people are doing consultant work now, and to have a place where they can come together and like meet with other consultants and work. Awesome.
It's a fun place.
But you're too young to be. Are you in college? You're in what? You're in middle school now? Yeah, so 7th to 8th grade, 7th grade is a lot of fun.
Would you believe me if I said I was 25?
No,
I am.
that's impressive. But does it feel bad that people are like, oh, 25? Would you rather feel, I mean, it's like, most people want to feel like, okay, I'm younger than I am. Huh?
I like being my size. It's good.
But it's like, you're going to surprise people always because it's like, but you've got a lot of experience, so it's like, the best of both worlds is like,
We went to 5 years and the guy said I looked like I was
5 or 6.
yeah, I would say 15. No, that's awesome. Sponsors, like Steven Fairfair, you go to Bolivia or Peru or something like that, get a passion and like, no holds barred, like, what is even possible? And you can't fail now. Trust me. What you think is for whatever, you can't fail. It's only going to be experience in your quiver like arrows, like later life, you're going to be like, what? That's easy. It's like, that's so awesome. It's like, man, I don't think you have plenty of money to go back to a situation where I could, like, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, have that same experience. And you're there, you can still do it. You know? That's awesome.
So, if somebody asks you the question you asked us at our age,
I hate that. Yeah, what would I do?
What year is that?
Yeah,
would
what
it
would I
have
do?
been anywhere close to what you do now?
I would do part-time because I want financial. I would want to be financially where I could be happy, like a basic level. 2, I would want to do what some of the TED people talked about tonight. Like, I had a nonprofit that went to Cuba for 10 years. So it was like individuals deliver medical supplies. And Cuba's one of these fascinating countries where people are well educated. They don't have much money. They don't have the medical supplies. There's not a like market system, so it's like centralized government. It wasn't much. I'm working with one item.
5 or 10 minute talks. Yeah, what would you